Hello and welcome back to the Autism Acceptance Channel. As you know, this channel is dedicated to all things autism awareness, acceptance, and empowerment. Before we begin, I'd like to start off by saying thank you so much to all of those amazing people out there who have generously bought a copy of Mikey's original coloring comic. It is so exciting to see him passionate about one of his special interests, that of drawing. But it's even more exciting to see all of you supporting Mikey's ambitions. Thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts here at the Autism Acceptance Channel. And if any of our viewers would like to purchase one of Mikey's coloring comics, boy, do I have great news for you. He has made not one, but 2 new coloring comics. And if any of you at home are interested in purchasing one of Mikey's coloring comics, in which funds go directly to Mikey's college fund, be sure to check out specialneedscoffee.com to get yourself a copy. Now back to our headlines. Our top stories today are on cutting-edge tech that has the potential to help millions of families, a helpful voting resource packet, revisiting our
summer social extravaganza,
and putting the spotlight on 2 amazing organizations. So let's just jump right in. Starting off with our main story. One man and his team of colleagues and researchers is trying to change the world. His name? Dr. Matthew Goodwin. His mission? Changing the lives of millions of families with children on the autism spectrum. Specifically, he wants to help the families that don't get enough attention. Families with children and adults who suffer through extreme challenges based on their significant developmental disabilities, aka families of children and adults who have the highest support needs. For these families, they often struggle with the habits and needed structure involved with their high support need child/adult. And more often than not, there could be dangerous behaviors that put both the parent/guardian and the child/adult at risk. In fact, there is a crisis nationwide on the lack of supportive resources for this population once they are classified as an adult. So there is a dire need for our community. Who's going to take up the call? Enter the emerging scientist Dr. Matthew Goodwin, director of the Computational Behavioral Science Laboratory at Northeastern University in Boston. He somewhat recently presented his research at last year's American Psychological Association conference. And his research has a chance to be a game changer. He's offering families the ability to predict, preempt, and mitigate meltdowns. I could try to explain it to you, but I think this video that I'm about to show you explains it best.
I've had a long-standing interest in individuals with autism spectrum disorder. They're getting diagnosed at a rate of 1 in 88 children now. We don't know the cause. We have no cure. So I've been quite interested in gathering information about these individuals. About 50% of the population with autism is too severely impacted to comply with laboratory-based methods. So in these natural environments, like the home, like the classroom, we instrument spaces with video and microphones. We also put sensors on individuals with autism that record their physical activity movements, that record their internal physiological states. And all of these sensors can be time synchronized. They can record that data from a distance and then be accessed by a researcher or a clinician. These different sensing modalities enable us to better understand when an individual with autism is stressed, and the extent to which we can sense that internal state in real time enables caregivers to support an individual prior to them engaging in those challenging behaviors. Applying these technologies to autism is not only helping us advance autism research and clinical treatment, it's also forcing us to develop innovations in the technology itself. The technology is benefiting as much as the individuals with autism that we're working with.
So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Imagine a world where roughly 27% of people with autism who experience these extreme challenges can wear tech that can alert those closest to them that they need assistance. And rather than demonizing this misunderstood population, we can finally work towards a more inclusive reality in which everyone who needs support can get the support that they deserve. This study is ongoing, but thus far, within a clinical setting, Goodwin and his team have demonstrated that aggression can be predicted 3 whole minutes with about 80 to 90% accuracy. Imagine that! Those 3 minutes could literally be life-saving. Kiddo is about to have some chicken tendies, but is about to have an aggressive episode? Now you have 3 whole minutes to prime them, take away anything sharp or dangerous, and get them to a spot where they're both safer for themselves and for their caretaker. How about driving on the freeway? Wouldn't it be nice to get that 3-minute warning to pull over safely and to be able to ensure that your child is safe and secured in their seat? These scenarios could literally mean life and death, which makes this research all the more important. And not to mention arguably the most important aspect of this research, the ability to greatly increase the quality of life for both the caretaker and the individuals. Imagine how much more included this population could be in public spaces, public education, and private events if we had this tech. It's a no-brainer. And while we are still a ways from implementing this tech, Dr. Goodwin says it best: for the future of getting this tech into the spotlight. I'm grateful for the opportunity to disseminate the work we're doing. Goodwin said at the APA address, to talk about these issues so that there's more compassion, more partnership to help people achieve their potential rather than us being afraid of them and sequestering them away. That's what will help us provide better services. It's an example of how technology can catalyze public health for all. Well said, sir. We here at the Autism Acceptance Channel agree wholeheartedly. Tell us all about the success of the 2024 BAAC Summer Extravaganza Social.
Could I have you introduce yourself for the folks at home?
Hi, my name is Andrea Bustos. I'm a parent of Zachary Newman. I've been with the company for a good 8 years, 9 years. It's fantastic.
Awesome. And Zachary, did you want to introduce yourself as well for the video?
My name is Zachary Newman. I am one of the fellow kids at this company, and I'm a high-functioning SPED.
Nice, dude. Good to meet you. Awesome. Fantastic. We're here interviewing after our summer extravaganza, and just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about what you thought about the event.
Awesome. It's very, very awesome. There's so many cool social events for the kiddos. Top Golf was one of his favorites. He loves the game night, and he also enjoys the fishing. It's a great opportunity to get your kiddos out there. There's therapists that are available and so very supportive for the families, siblings, parents. It's awesome. It's very awesome.
That is awesome to hear. That is super, super awesome to hear. Well, that's fantastic. And actually, we just had a game night, right? How did that go today?
It was awesome. He actually won his first 3 games, and he's very happy.
What did you think about that, Zachary? What did you think of the game night?
I thought it was good. It got me the opportunity to practice Nintendo games. I rarely get to play any Nintendo-related consoles.
That's awesome. And did you have fun today?
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. Well, so I know that you mentioned a bunch of the different socials that we had. Thank you for mentioning that. I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind, both of you guys actually, based on like all the different socials and everything, is there anything that you think we could have done a little bit better? Do you think that we could have improved in certain areas for the socials? What did you think about that?
I think all of the socials were really, really great. The only thing I think he and I would agree on is for it to go, instead of like 4 weeks, maybe 6 or 7 weeks. He would like it longer. We enjoy it. He's mentioned like all the way to school, till school starts. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, for sure. And do you feel the same way?
Yeah, but I feel like maybe some of the high-functioning SPED kids should come out more.
Yeah, definitely. So we got to have more people come out, definitely to come and hang out with us. That's awesome. That's awesome for sure. So going off of that, right? What did you think that was like the best thing about these summer extravaganza in terms of our socials? What did you guys both think? Starting with you, Zachary, what did you think?
I got to meet some pretty interesting kids, and I did get some practicing for golfing, fishing, and Nintendo games. I think it is very good.
Nice. That's great to hear. And what did you think?
Same thing. It was our first real time going fishing together, so it was awesome. Very, very awesome. New experiences, something to just learn about and see, hey, this does work, and this is something calming for him, and for all of us, families, parents, siblings. It was great. It was a good experience.
That is so cool. That is so cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us your guys' time. Thank you for everything. And I will take your comments into consideration, and hopefully we'll have another summer extravaganza very soon. Thank you guys for coming.
Next up, a helpful resource. Calling all U.S. eligible voter. This resource from ASAN, or the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, makes voting as easy as apple pie. If you don't know who ASAN is, well, they're only one of the best self-advocacy networks for people with ASD. What's so cool about this organization is their dedication to have people with ASD self-advocate for others with ASD. And this comprehensive voting resource was completely crafted by self-advocates themselves, with different versions to ensure all people can understand this important information. And be sure to check out the rest of ASAN's incredible website, which has loads of super helpful information. Thank you, ASAN. We salute you.
Since it's hot out there, you should drink a lot of water, and also for your health too.
Man, I feel cooler too. Thanks, Zach. And now for our final story. Let's talk about two amazing organizations that are sure to warm your heart. The first is an organization called Popcorn for the People, and they are doing incredible work in the popcorn space by employing a variety of people with disabilities. Check out this video explaining in depth what they do at Popcorn for the People.
The opportunities for workers on the autism spectrum are limited. So we said, hey, let's just disrupt that whole space. My name's Steve Beer. I'm one of the co-founders of Popcorn for the People, and my time here is trying to come up with new ideas so we can create employment for the autism community, where there's a 90% unemployment rate right now.
My name is Sam Beer. I'm one of the leading workers at Popcorn for the People.
Sam was working jobs, and the jobs, they weren't dignified enough. The family was getting frustrated, so we looked in the local business directory, and the very first business was a popcorn store. And we said, hey, popcorn. Year-round, it certainly cuts through all social economic cultures, something that can be long-term and sustainable, and really put young men and women to work. First was Sam and a couple of friends from the neighborhood, and now here we are. We're in a 4,000 square foot processing center. The workers at Popcorn for the People do everything by hand. There is a minimum of automation. So we begin with the bags themselves. They get filled by the workers who are here. Labels get put on. The popcorn gets cooked here. Some of the flavors we have are, let's say, dark chocolate espresso. They have a cookies and cream where they melt white chocolate over the popcorn. They smash up Oreos, sprinkle it in, cool it out.
I definitely like using the caramelizer. I like, trying to spread the news about our business and get along with the workers here.
I've been working here 4 years now. I make popcorn. I did a little something called bag sampling, postcards, and labeling.
I learned how to use the machine, bagging the popcorn. It was really fun. I love working at Popcorn for the People. I feel like a family to me.
So we get brought into the Javits Center, Rockefeller Center. We were flying high, and then here comes COVID and the pandemic. We had 54 workers on the autism spectrum. Many of them, this was their first job, all unemployed like that. So after we licked our wounds, our crew started working on our site to increase the e-commerce. We used the time to increase the quality, make the place safer. We began to sell in farmers markets, little local fairs. And so from that, we've been slowly climbing back, getting to the places we had been at in the past that are now reopening. So when we found out we were a Make It Award winner, it was validation for a lot of hard work.
We have selected you as one of our 4 recipients to to receive the award. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't ready for this.
Personally thank Squarespace for what they've done for us. It feels real good. It takes a lot of pressure off of us. It's so helpful for us getting a message out, us to fight unemployment in the autism community. I think with the money that we were granted, we're going to put it into some really boring piece of equipment, but that boring piece of equipment will mean more jobs. We like to start to take the plans that worked here and putting them forward in such a way that other regions in the country can start copying us. It'd be our thrill for people to be plagiarizing us. When I heard Sam just complaining about the traffic on the way to work, it's like, yes, we've succeeded. If he's complaining about traffic, we've succeeded.
I think I can do this alone. I mean, I have like strong advocacy, self-direction, more confidence. That's what I can see.
It is possible to have a business. We're nonprofit, but it is a business, and it can be run by people with developmental disabilities.
Wow, that's so cool. And that popcorn looks so tasty. We gotta get some. Big props to you guys at Popcorn for the People. There is nothing cooler than helping people reach their full potential. We here at the Autism Acceptance Channel know all too well the power of employing people with autism and the importance of self-advocacy and independence as a goal for those hired. We see it here at specialneedscoffee.com, and we especially see it here with you, Popcorn for the People. Keep up the amazing work and expect an order from us very soon. Lastly, let's talk about another equally amazing organization responsible for helping individuals with developmental disabilities find comfort, acceptance, and belonging amongst their peers. The Bay Area Autism Collective is an organization, you guessed it, in the Bay Area in Northern California that specializes in giving people with autism access to robust social support led by people with autism themselves. Their mission statement states, Bay Area Autism Collective, or BAAC, is dedicated to creating a world where autistic people have access to robust social support that holds space for shared experiences and our most vulnerable issues. We envisioned unfettered access to autism-informed, autism-affirming resources. We intend to be the vanguards of advocacy that will advance our self-determination and autonomy while challenging and liberating ourselves from ableist and eugenicist agendas. Additionally, they mention these important group values. All groups are facilitated by autistic facilitators. We strive for inclusion and practice anti-oppression. We are a neuro-affirming and prioritize accessibility. We harbor curiosity about others' experiences. We want autonomy for every disabled person. We will promote the advancement of pro-autism policies. We believe that together we can liberate ourselves and others. We demand change to achieve equity for autistic people. And this is exactly what we stand for here at the Autism Acceptance Channel. We want to ensure that people on the autism spectrum don't just get accepted or more visible. We want to empower you to go beyond that. And the Bay Area Autism Collective dedicates to this as much as they possibly can. So if you're looking for a support group for people with autism, led by people with autism, check out the Bay Area Autism Collective on the following support days. For the Autistic Parents Peer Support Group, join them every third Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For the Addiction and Recovery Peer Support Group, join them every second Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For their Trans Autistic Peer Support Group, check them out every third Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And finally, for their peer support group, join them every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And for more information about the Bay Area Autism Collective, be sure to check out their website in the description below. Man, what a fantastic organization. It is so nice to know that there are support groups out there like this. We need more organizations like the Bay Area Autism Collective, the kind that have support groups that are led by individuals with autism themselves, to ensure that those who seek their support feel understood and heard in a capacity that neurotypical individuals may often miss the mark with. Keep up the incredible work, Bay Area Autism Collective. We see you and we love what you're doing. And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed this weekly recap of autism news. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like and comment down below for your video suggestions. And don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future video. Thanks again for watching.